microphone. There we go. Let's try that again. No, can you hear me now? I use this setup on my phone pretty much on my computer pretty much every day, and today it has just decided to default to a completely different microphone. Go figure. This, I think, is a truth about a truth about content creation, that sometimes the technology will kind of not be on your side, shall we say. So, says, love that you were just silently talking to yourself. Well, that happens quite a lot, to be honest. Hello, Stephanie. Fantastic. Congratulations. Meeting finished early. It was destiny. Welcome to Content and Cocktails. Yeah, what's this all about then? Well, as I say, I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I will recap because of my microphone malfunction. The reality is that sometimes the technology gets the better of you, as it has just done now, but you don't want to let that get in the way of a good time. So I'm going to recap what I said. So what I was saying is that I've been doing a few different lives over the course of the last week, every day, and I thought I'd draw those different strands together and kind of do a bit of a recap to kind of perhaps talk about some of the ideas that were kind of in my mind when I thought about those as topics I thought you'd find useful, and then sort of go from there and see where it takes us. But this is Content and Cocktails, and we've talked about the content part. We're going to talk about the cocktail part. So for the last 6 weeks, I've been off booze. I haven't had any, and not one drop has passed my lips. And actually, weirdly, I'm really not missing it at all. But what I'm going to be doing this evening is making a beer cocktail called a chelada, which is a sort of a Mexican beer cocktail. And I had one of these when I was out in LA in February, and it was very nice indeed. So I thought I'd recreate it, but with some alcohol-free beers. I've just realised that I don't have a bottle opener with me, so we're gonna have to improvise. I'm gonna see if I can open a. Let's see what I can do with this. So a little trick that I was told. I bet it won't work now. Let's see if I can do it. There we go. You can open a bottle with a bit of paper. So there we go. I'm going to open 2 of those. There we go. You came for the video content, but actually what you got is is me opening bottles with a bit of A4 paper folded up. Somebody says, we Geordies open bottles with our teeth. If I open bottles with my teeth, I will lose my teeth. My teeth are a horrible. I've been cursed with very poor genetics as far as my teeth go. So the way we do a chelada, I prepared a spicy salty mix to give to put a salty rim together, and we'll go from there. So, that smells nice. It's got sort of cayenne pepper, celery, salt, all sorts of stuff in. I'm going to put a bit of that on the plate. I'll show it to you. There we go. I should have got I haven't got my other camera linked up. So we got that. I'm going to put some ice in the bottom of a big glass. So we've got that. A bit of ice in there. We need to put some lime juice. Lime juice is the kind of the. I had this in an amazing Mexican place with a huge tub of the most delicious guacamole I've had, and that combined with a really sort of a really kind of delicious sort of tart beer Oh God, these are not the world's best lines, actually. Jeez. So who have we got in here? We've got 4 people. So there's a lot of Facebook users coming in. So ha ha ha. I don't know who that is, but thank you for your laughs. We've got somebody's got a G&T. Tell me who this is. Tell me who's out there. If your comments are not coming up as kind of with names, tell me who you are. Stephanie, I can see you. I can see you there. Right. Oh God, these lines are. That's a better one. Ah, yeah, that's a juicy one. So yeah, content of cocktails has gone to content of mocktails. It's sort of been a Chantal. Chantal says, not to improve my racking limes, not lines. Oh my God. I realise I've done. Oh man, I'm doing this so badly. I'm just going to decant that into there for the time being because I haven't done the salty rim thing. So let's give that another go. Oh, this is what I feel like this is amateur hour. I'll get onto the video stuff, I promise. God. So yeah, it's been a great old week. By the way, thank you for everybody who gave me a vote in the competition the other day. I'm hello Kim. There we go. There we go. I've got the salty rim thing done. Let's decant that back in. Here we go. And then we just top it up with a bit of beer. And actually, this looks all right. I'm using Brooklyn Special Effects alcohol-free hoppy lager. So we'll see what this does. Kim, I am making something called a colada. Chantal this sounds filthy. It does, doesn't it, really? Put some of that in there, and then I'll just shove that in a straw. There we go. Cheers, everybody. It's actually really, really nice. It's really nice. So this is the colada. Chin chin. Ooh. That is a very salty rim, it has to be said. Okay, so enough of the filth. Let's get on with the chat about video. So, okay, what have I been talking about over the last week? I've been talking about the first of all, the mindset of picking yourself up off the ground and getting back on it with video. So content creation requires a level of consistency that sometimes can feel like it is hard won. All of us have, busy lives where we're doing all sorts of different things. And what can happen is that you get you can get a period of time where life just gets in the way of content creation and you sort of lose your way, you lose your mojo. And what I was talking about is earlier in the week is the things we can do to help ourselves at sorry, I'm just seeing the comments coming up. Yes, it's not me. I'm not being deliberately obscene. It's just what things we can do to make our lives easier, to make it simpler to get back into it when we've lost our way. as admittedly as happened to me. This is what has happened to me recently, because I'd had COVID, and I'd really just my energy levels were all over the place, and I was like, I just couldn't quite gather up myself, because my brain was like mush, and the thought of going online and trying to be relatively articulate and kind of make sense was proving very difficult. So I thought, you know what, I will just give it a rest. So I probably spent 4 weeks where I wasn't doing this, and that felt weird, because that was one of the longest stretches where I haven't done this for about 3 years. But the reason why I was able to get back on it was because I'm not going to share my actual content plan, but I will show you the tool that I've been building up over the years. So I've got I have built over sort of 3 or 4 years. I say 3 or 4 years. It's sort of come out of a professional lifetime of doing this kind of stuff. I've built over the last year a sort of master planning spreadsheet, and I'm going to share it with you if I can. So this is one that's not filled in. So I'm just going to share my screen. So this is how I'm able to sort of get back into the swing of things. So this is obviously absolute TV dynamite, a spreadsheet. But you can see, so let's debigulate me, because that's probably, there we go. Here we go. That's the mix I'm after. So the way I'm able to sort of step back into things is because I have a very clear plan, and the clear plan comes about as a result of let's just make that a bit smaller. So when I'm building my plan, I generally do it in quarters. So you can see here, this spreadsheet that I built, basically it sets out my prescription for core, this is your sort of core content plan. Those are the core pieces of content that I recommend everybody have. But then down the bottom, we've got a month by month breakdown of kind of the months and the weeks. And basically the idea is you just enter in the date that you're starting at, and then it sort of populates out as you go along. But what we have is date and time of broadcast, ideal audience profile. So this is another really important thing. I recommend everybody to spend time getting really clear about who you're talking to, just as you have an ideal customer avatar. So I want you to think about your ideal audience, and your audience will be made up of lots of different people. So what we do is we create audience profiles, and then we link that here, so you can just have a series of drop downs that say, okay, I'm doing a broadcast on the 1st of January, and this is something that's going to be aimed at this profile, this type of person. Is it live or pre-recorded? I've got live and pre-record. Content type. So here we go. I've got a drop down. All these things could be launch content. It could be a how-to video. It could be idea for new uses, expert pick, tip of the week, case study, whatever. So we've got lots of different content types. If you are at a serious loss of what to do, in this master spreadsheet, I have got a live video topic list, and there are over 450 live video topics that I have come up with that are based on lives I've done. I've gone out and I've sort of found out sort of what people like to watch. So this is a whole bunch of content ideas that you can that I can sort of go for. So if I am at a loss for what to do, basically I just go randomly pick one and go story about a difficult situation and how we solved it, or blah 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 blah. What have we got? If I wrote a book, it would be about ... So this is my sort of, oh crap, I need to do a live. 3 ways to ensure you hit your goals with, and obviously all of these basically I put about with video, so I put my personal video spin on. Then I will make a sort of a plan for which my primary platform is. So it could be that I'm going live on Instagram primarily, but with Facebook and YouTube. Purpose: is it audience education? Is it audience growth? Is it launch run up? Is it launch week? Is it cart open? Is it sales content? Is it a product launch? Is it expert positioning? Is it audience nurture? What is it? YouTube status. Is it uploaded? Not uploaded, unoptimized, optimized, blah blah. Keywords. So this is when we get to the sort of the point where we're thinking about what we're going to put in here. So keywords to use. What keywords are we optimizing for? Hashtags. What hashtags are we using if appropriate? And creation status. Planning, filming, editing, review, signed off. So that is how I keep myself, I guess, accountable. So if I fall off the wagon, I can come back to that. And that is something I share with everybody who's kind of is in the membership or is in the it comes onto Video Academy. But it could just be, that's the tool I use. You could just put together if you're looking for something more simple, more straightforward. Thank you, Kim. That's really kind. It's grown over many, many years, but it's thank you as well. I'm assuming that's Chantel. But it means that if I lose my way, or if I lose my sort of my guiding light, then I can, hello Scott, how you doing? Then I can come back to the sort of the plan. But really, the thing I probably use more than anything else is the live video topic idea, and I can just dip into that as much, in sort of at a moment's notice. Sandra, well, you have access to it, Sandra, as well. As somebody who came onto live stream bootcamp earlier in the year, you have access to that. So that's the first thing I talked about. That sort of process of getting back into it is made exponentially easier when we do some serious planning, because once you've got the plan in place, then it becomes a lot easier to step back into it. Then the other thing one of the other things I spoke about that I think really hit a nerve, struck a chord rather with people. And Scott you were on this live, and I think this. So what I'm doing for any latecomers, I'm just sort of doing a bit of a recap of what I've been talking about and sort of pulling some of these threads together. Sandra, well, let me show. What I will do is I'll send you a little video showing you where it all is, so you don't have to kind of go hunting for it. So the other thing I was talking about was oh blimey, it's got a bit of a poke to it. I've made a chelada, which is a Mexican beer cocktail, and I've given myself I've flavored the edge with, and it's got quite a lot of I followed the recipe. It's got quite a lot of cayenne pepper, and it's really sort of hit me quite hard. But it's delicious. Yeah, I was talking about the sort of what can sometimes be called kititis. This thing where we will hold ourselves back from taking action because we don't feel like we've got the right kit. And that was what I was talking about in the live. And actually, whenever I talk about this as a topic, it will often strike a chord with people because we've all done it, and I still do it. But I'll just walk you through the sort of premise of what I was saying. So when I first started doing my lives, I took a good enough approach. And what I did is I just had my phone and I propped it up with a bit of Lego. Stole the kids' Lego, made a little prop for it, and you could just, and I used that, and that was where I started. I didn't use a microphone. I didn't use because the camera equipment, the camera setup I had was for pre-record. That's what I do. I mean, that's where I could do beautiful pre-records, but although tonight I'm noticing it's coming through. I think the quality of the stream is actually pretty poor. I'm seeing it's saying it's unstable connection, but yeah. So either way, when I started out, I was, my primary concern was to communicate. It was to just start talking to people and to talk in a way that was sort of just using what I had, because I thought, well, if I test it and if I give it a go and it works, then I can spend some money on some kit. But if I test it and it's not doing what I want it to do, and I haven't spent a bunch of money on kit, then I've not lost anything. So you try it out, go into it with a plan. The planning part, again, is way more important than the kit. And what I'll often hear is people go, "Oh, but I don't want to do it until I understand the kit." And the thing I'll often say to people is that if you're worried about the kit setup, even if you're worried about how to use your mobile, do this: set yourself up a dummy Facebook group. So I have a I will find it for you and share it with you. I have a Facebook group called what's it called? This is so annoying. Marketplace groups. My groups. Video Academy. Go live. Look at all this. Live test group. So this is my live video test groups. This is where I test all of my kit. It's a private group. There we go. You can see that there. One member, me. Nobody else can see this, but it is full of me testing live setups. So I'm here just testing my kit setup, trying to get my microphones right. So if I bought a new piece of kit, there's Oren. We've got all these things that are kind of available to everybody as a way to test stuff out. So do kind of do give yourself a bit of a break when it comes to feeling bad about not having the right equipment, because there is no perfect setup. There is so much choice of what kit you can have. Just getting on with it and using what you've got. So I would say it's one of those big things that gets in the way as much as the mindset can. Worrying about the kit. Use what you've got. Just go for it and build up slowly. Improve incrementally. But more than anything else, always remember to clean your lens. Doesn't matter how expensive the camera is, clean your lens. So that was the other thing I was talking about. But you'll notice there's a the connective tissue between those two kind of ideas that we've been looking at is planning. It's having that clear plan. So the kind of the important part isn't the kit, it's the plan, it's understanding the audience, it's knowing what you're going to be talking about to who and when. And just as the same of, just as, when we're talking about getting back on the horse, if you've fallen off with your content creation, doing the sort of the right thing when it comes to your kind of your kit setup. Really, the kit setup doesn't matter, it's knowing who you're talking to. And if you're all style over substance, you're not going to take people with you. You've got to be delivering value. So yeah, that was the other thing I was talking about. So that really is kind of broadly it. I think I'll take some questions if anybody's got any. I will say I've got so my testimonial offer is still out there. If you didn't see, I did a 2-for-1 offer which ran out on Monday. So we're back to the normal offer at the moment, but it is still an excellent deal because the power of testimonials is one of the other things I was talking about in the week. And I suppose this is a slightly different, this is part of the content plan. This is content that comes out of your content plan. But what I was talking about in that live was the value of getting happy customers to tell your stories, tell their success stories for you, so that when you are getting people to get over the finish line and put their hand in their pocket and buy from you, having people who are powerful advocates for you is really, really good. I'll just go through the comments. Well, Stephanie, you are in luck, because after much sort of scratching of heads and working out what we're going to be doing with it, the membership will be getting a sort of full-blooded relaunch, but it's going to be very much it's still going to stick at 15 quid a 15 quid a month. So it is going to be it's the most efficient way to get what's in my brain, and some access to me. Well, Stephanie, yeah, that it says I also have a client who needs that video testimonial support with their base needs. Well, I'm working with some clients in the USA on this. So Jane Nicole Smith, we're doing some video content for her. So we're doing some kind of both in-person and virtual testimonials with some amazing people. Got some fantastic people that we're doing some testimonials with for her, which is very exciting. And working with Carol Devaney, which is very exciting as well. Carol's if you're not familiar with Carol, go and check out her stuff. She is someone who perfectly straddles that sort of corporate world and sort of the world we're in, the sort of personal brand entrepreneur. So she's just got a launch on where she's helping people get more corporate work. So I think her cart is still open. I would highly recommend, if you are thinking about checking out the sort of looking to get more corporate work, her stuff is brilliant. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, well, this is it. So the membership is kind of, it's the way it will work is it's like this, really. So each month you basically sign up for 15 quid a month. You get access to a whole bunch of training to get you going. Things like the planning document. So you get that. You get a library of content to help you with your video skills. It's called Video Skills Made Easy, and it's been running, but I realized that I was trying to, that people were sort of being over there was too much in there, and people are getting overwhelmed. And it's really designed for you if you're at the start of your journey. So that is coming up again. But yeah, I mean, it is a bargain. It's designed to be as such. So there's a monthly Q&A and monthly focuses in that. So you have sort of it's like for 1 month the focus will be your YouTube channel. So over the course of that month, there's a series of very short tasks where you will basically build your channel out over the month. And so small, incremental, achievable goals. That is the purpose of that membership, and it is designed to be broad appeal for everybody. Well, USA client is a meal prep company. They were going to use Video Ask, but the quality might. Oh, Video Ask is good, but yeah, I mean, you can sort of you can do. Whereabouts are they in the USA, if I may ask? Because I'm going to be over that way at some point soon, as I very, very fortunately won a competition, and I think. I feel like, as I said on my post the other day, I've not won anything since about 1987. Can feel though high. Yeah, that's a bit off the track, isn't it? The purpose of the sort of the testimonial is that. Oh, what's that? Sorry. I know, Stephanie. I know. I'm so Karen. I had no idea Karen was doing that, and I was just chuffed to bits. It was such a lovely thing to do, and really fascinating. Just blown away by it. What did I win? I will tell you what I won. I won a VIP day with Sage. So when I was over in LA, one of the people who was at the sort of the big meal at the end was one called Sage Polaris, and she's like a super high level copywriter. She works with she's kind of sales copy is like her thing, and she's got some serious chops as far as that's concerned. And the prize is a 3-day. It's a VIP session with her, but it takes place over 3. There's like a full day with her where she'll basically go through all of our sales copy and optimize it and help us write it and do some amazing stuff. It's 3 nights at this really lovely looking hot springs spa in Desert Hot Springs in California. So I'm really, really excited. Don't know when it's going to be, but I will be doing it before I do my launch if I can. But truly incredible, absolutely brilliant. Really, like I say, I never win anything. The last thing I won was some Spokey Dokies from a competition in the Beano that I did in 1987. So it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, so that's it. I won a thing. It was amazing, and really quite incredible. It is way better than Spokey Dokies, and probably a lot more useful. Sandra, thank you. Yeah, I must say that's really, really nice. I will be willingly having this again. I mean, it does depend on the quality of the alcohol-free beer. So, fortunately, these days, alcohol-free beers are kind of are just incredibly, so much better. But yeah, no, Scott, this is it. I mean, I am not one of nature's copywriters. Whenever I write copy, it sounds a little bit like me writing an academic essay, which is not a great thing to do with sales copy. So having somebody's highly skilled, professional eye on that is really incredibly helpful. But no, she's a real wizard at it, and I'm very excited. But I also get to go. to go back to California. Yeah, it has been amazing, hasn't it? I've enjoyed this. I got my second one. Well, I'm very pleased, and I feel like I want to work for hours. Good, that's amazing. I am going to be working for hours because I've got a lot of editing to do. I'm filming tomorrow down in Wokingham with Charlotte Ground, who runs the fertility kitchen. So we're going to be filming a bunch of content for her Instagram channel, recipes and all sorts of stuff. Need to work on my copy. Yeah, it really has. I mean, my copy is like utter pants by comparison. So having a big copy brain, and she's like 10 grand a day normally. So it's a little bit out of my sort of reach just at the moment. But really kind of getting her eyes on what I'm doing is just great. And also she's awesome. So thank you, Scott. I will be, it's exciting. I'm editing a client blog about scientific calculators. Well, I don't know who wins. Yeah, I'm editing content for Abigail Horn actually at the moment. Really, so it's called Fiction Academy, and it's a really. She was talking about it the other day. If you're connected with Abby Horn, this is going to be an incredible product actually. So really, it's a pleasure to edit because I get to learn loads from people. Anyway, so if I was to sum up the purpose of this live tonight, it would be to say, check your plan, because actually that's your safety net. Whether if you don't know what you're doing with your kit, or you lose your way with content creation, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, your content plan is your safety net. That's the thing that you can keep coming back to. You can keep yourself focused on, and that will help you on the through journey, through the difficult times. A final thought from Stephanie. Did you know that the letters A through F on scientific calculator are for writing insults? Who knew? I didn't know that. So here's the thing. In the group, Grow Your Business with Video, which is where all this nonsense started. I have got 997 people in the group, and it is really cheesing me off because I want to tip over the 1,000 mark. I love helping those 997 people, but we're so tantalizingly close. If you're not a member of the group, if you're not a member of Grow Your Business with Video, or you know somebody else who might like to join it, and you're not a member, it says one new member request today. It's Stephanie. Approve. I've just added you. You're in. So what we're going to do, once we cross over 1,000 next week, I'm going to do a prize draw. Because I said about 6 months ago, if we can get over 1,000, I'll do a prize draw. So the first prize draw for the 1,000 mark is I can see it there, but I'm not going to go and get it. It's bear with me a second, I'll show you. We've got a little light, rechargeable portable light, which is very good, and a little microphone set. So for phones. So this little kit, there's a tripod. We're giving away a tripod, a mic, and a little light. In once we cross the 1,000 mark. So yeah, There we go. And that's it. Thank you so much for being with me this evening. I've had a great time. And it's really interesting sort of having shifted to a non-alcoholic content of cocktails. And I think I'd got to the stage where I was, you're mechanically making a boozy drink and thinking, I'm not sure I'm enjoying this massively. So yeah, 6 weeks dry, which is amazing. But it doesn't feel like I'm losing out. And I hope it won't be dry forever. But we'll get back to the 2 cocktail danger zone. Don't worry. But for now, cheers. Have a good one. See you soon.